We're down to match day 19 in the Premier League, and at this point, we're past the halfway mark, and it's safe to say we already have a direction of how the Premier League is shaping up. You know, the real title contenders, the fake ones, and the sides that will probably, or some of the sides that will probably get relegated at this point. Also, Victor cannot use the excuse saying that he doesn't look at the table because we are far gone to the stage where he can't say that anymore. But anyways, let's look ahead to match day 19 and let's talk about what could happen in some of these games. Starting with you, Victor. Chelsea have won just once in their last 5 league games, and now they take on a Bournemouth side that have also not recorded any win in their last 5 league games as well. Who is better placed to win this game? Chelsea at home against Bournemouth.
We might just see a surprise here. I think Chelsea, if you look at the bookmakers and what they price them at, it's that famous red flag territory for me. They're around 163, 165. For the team playing at home, that's usually bad news. I'm not saying Bournemouth can win this because that would be quite a big surprise, but a draw I think would not be out of the question. As nice as this would be, though, in all seriousness, probably Chelsea do have a better chance of winning this, but it's not going to be a cakewalk for them.
Yeah, I think I can agree with that. Moving on to you, Max. Both Burnley and Newcastle have been rather inconsistent in recent weeks, but is it safe to say the Magpies will return to winning ways in this game?
I mean, if you remember what Victor said about Wolves are being just so bad that you're not considering Burnley as the worst team, and if you really look at their game style and recent form, they're just terrible. So even not the best form of Newcastle should be definitely enough to overcome Burnley. So I'd say that Newcastle gonna win at least by 2 goals.
Interesting. And back to you, Victor. Do you agree with the bookmakers that Nottingham Forest are favourites to win against Everton?
Oh man, it's really one of those that could go either way. But yes, they probably look at it as coming down to the home advantage. So Nottingham Forest, I should say, they do have a good chance here against Everton to kind of put a bit more daylight between themselves and the drop zone. Everton, I don't feel they're doing anywhere well enough. If you look at their 0-0 against Burnley, that was, let's call it what it is. It was shameful. And yeah, Forest winning this one, sure, why not? I think Everton should count themselves lucky if they get a draw, if it's the same Everton that shows up from the game against Burnley.
That's an interesting take. Anyways, back to you, Max. With both teams without a win in their last 5 league games, what kind of fixture should we expect between Brighton and West Ham?
I honestly have no clue, especially when I look at the West Ham. Like, you lose to Brentford at home, then you win against Newcastle, then you lose to Fulham. You just never know what to expect, and pretty much the same for Brighton. And I'd say probably Brighton are slight favorites for me because West Ham look absolutely doomed, especially in attack. So I'd probably be leaning towards Brighton, but the realistic outcome is probably a draw here.
Interesting. And back to you, Victor. Arsenal versus Aston Villa should ordinarily be just another fixture, you know, in the calendar. But now it's turning out to be a fixture that could play a very big role in the title race or how it ends up. Away from what the bookmakers are saying, Victor, who do you think are the actual favorites to win this game?
It's definitely the game of the match day. Everybody's looking forward to this one, myself included. it's extremely tough. If you look at the recent form Arsenal have been in, and all the jokes with like own goal being the highest goal scorer in December, yeah, I think Arsenal have been extremely shaky, and their results have been good, but their play has been very unconvincing. Villa should really back themselves. I see no reason for them to not properly go for it. I think the best course of action for Unai Emery is to simply not overthink things. Let Arteta do that. He's good at that. And apart from that, yeah, whether whether a draw would be the end of the world for either side, I don't think so. I think a draw would actually be quite good for both of them.
Interesting. Well, Victor, you're forgetting this game is at the Emirates, though. I don't think Arsenal have
Doesn't
lost at the
matter.
Emirates. I don't
Look at
think Arsenal
Villa
have
and
lost
what
at the
they've done
Emirates this season.
everywhere.
I don't think we've lost at the Emirates this season, and I don't think it's happening against Villa. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see, anyways. But on the final note for this video, Mark, are we expecting anything other than an easy win for Manchester United against Wolves? Prove me wrong.
I mean, I was a bit worried about the game against Wolves that we played on road a couple of weeks ago, because if you'll be the first team to lose them, it's gonna be really hard time for you. But after we destroy them 4-1 on road, it feels like there's literally no chance to lose at Old Trafford. So I'm definitely expecting easiest 3 points of the season.
Okay, but Max, are you agreeing though that if you lose to Grimsby and Wolves in the same season, it's grounds for relegation? If you lose to both teams in the same season, you should be relegated alongside Wolves.
Sack the
To be honest,
manager, the players, the board, even the fans.
Yeah, just sell
so
the
yeah,
goddamn-
everybody should be just disband the whole team, man. If you lose to Wolves, just disband the whole team.
I feel
But
like
anyways,
Wolves are
those,
probably even worse team than Grimsby at the moment.
I think I genuinely agree with that, to be fair. But it would be nice to see who wins if both teams play. But yeah, those are our thoughts for match day 19. There are still more games coming up, and we'll be discussing all of that in another video. But for now, we are looking ahead to these games. Promises to be exciting, it promises to give us some nice, pleasant surprises. And as usual, after the game, we will be sure to discuss all the best talking points. Stay tuned so you don't miss out.